Okay, we're back with more Petrouchka, and now we're going to tackle the middle section. I like to start the middle section workshop with G minor arpeggios, get the flexibility going. I want that to be as sort of organized and smooth and clean as possible. The various parts up and then starting to knit it together. In the process, I'm learning how to breathe quickly, how to take sip breaths. I'm working on my flexibility. I'm always thinking about what's the character that I'm trying to create.